Welcome to another edition of Jacket Pride TV. We're joined each Thursday by head coach Mark Mitchell. Coach, good to see you. This week we're going to talk about last week's big win over the Addison Bulldogs and preview homecoming week against the Curry Yellow Jackets. Coach, let's talk first about last week. Big win for the program, big win for the season. Tell us a little bit about the kids this week, coming off a victory like that. How's practice gone this week? And kind of we'll talk about some things that happened last week as well.
Practice has been really good. The energy's been really good. I think the kids understand if we play together and play the way we're supposed to play with the proper attitude and effort, we're a pretty good football team. If we don't, we're not a good football team. And I think that was very evident when we went out to Lamar County and didn't give a good effort. And we got beat pretty bad. And we come out last week and we play a really, really good football team in Addison. And we played together and we had fun and we got after it and we won the game.
Sure.
And I give a credit to the kids. All I can do is mess a game up. I can't get out there and make no catches. I can't make no blocks. They do all that. I thought they did a wonderful job last week of refocusing and trying to figure out what's the identity of our football team. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty evident that they didn't want their season to go south, and they wanted to get back in the win column in the region, and that put us 1-1 against the county rival that I think Coach Smothers, the world of him. I think he's an excellent football coach. Year in and year out, Addison's one of the best football teams, whether they're in 1A or 2A, that there is in the state. And to go there and win, that was a huge win for our guys and for our program. And it had been since 2008 since we had won at Addison.
Yeah.
And it had been 2015 since we had beat them at all. And when that's your rival, it's not much a rivalry if you don't hold up your end of the deal.
Right.
And we kind of challenged ourselves last week to get back to fundamentals and basics and making sure we were doing what we were supposed to be doing correctly. The kids did that, and I couldn't have been more prouder of them. It come down to that one last play, and I'm not taking credit for it. I've not took credit for it at all. Riker and Declan had been wanting me to do that since the first quarter. They told me it was open. They kept telling me it was there.
Yeah. I
kept telling them I didn't want to get behind the chains. I didn't want an incomplete pass. I wanted to keep controlling the clock. I didn't want to give them to get the football back. And we were driving down, and I didn't want to go to overtime. And I believe in my guys.
Mm-hmm. They did what they needed to do, Coach. Let's get down to that last drive. A minute 22 left. Kind of what was the attitude of the players? That's a big moment for your team.
Well, we know we can take 4 minutes off the clock, and it was 3.5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So we already knew we can do that. We've done that many times before. And we ran what had been successful. And they kept on and on when we called it timeout, about wanting to run it. And like I said, I believe in our guys. I believe in them. And they said, Coach, we got it. We can do this. And I said, run it. Mm-hmm. And that's the ultimate thing that they ought to hear from their coach, that he believes in them, mm-hmm. and he's got their back, because I know they got mine. And when things are not going good, our kids rally around one another. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't be more proud as a coach. I don't mind telling them, hey, great job. They've been wanting me to run it. They called it. They executed it. It was perfect. I ended up getting us a penalty there at the end. That was my fault. I threw my headset up. Hell, I thought the game was over with. I was excited. I really didn't care to get a penalty or not. Right. I was so excited for our kids, for our fans, for our community. It was just a big overall win, and it just made me feel good to see the kids excited again and playing football and having fun and getting after it. And then as a coach, that's all you want. That's all you want.
It was almost over 1.2 seconds, I think, left on the clock. That's close enough. I was actually standing on the Addison side talking to somebody, and I said, "Hang on, I got to watch this." And Declan made a great play on the ball, went high point the ball, and brought it in for a touchdown. Let's talk about your defensive effort. What a great defensive effort, man! Hard hitting on the defensive side of the ball. I went up to the press box to do the band stuff, and they said that these guys are hitting us hard tonight, and it was evident for everybody in that stadium. Defensively, you guys were well prepared. I'm going to tell you this: Bradley Cummins does an excellent job with our defense. Mm. He does a wonderful job. We are blessed to have him and Bruce here on our coaching staff, and have been here. They love Winston County. Our guys believe in Bradley and believe in what he does. He puts the time in, film. He gets the relationships with the kids. He's really good with them. They listen to him. They talk together. They've bonded really well. I think Bradley's done an excellent job. I wouldn't trade him for anybody, any other defense coordinator there is, and that's evident.
we've not done really good against the pass. We've done real good against the run. We hadn't done real good against the pass, and we played the pass pretty good last week, but I thought that was one of our strong suits going into the game, was being able to play up front with our guys up front. And you know, somebody that they don't get a lot of talk about, don't say a whole lot about, is our nose on defense, which is John Goggins. And I'm going to tell you what, John Goggins has done an excellent job of plugging up the middle, and he's one of our guys that we rely on every week. And we're going to have Goggins on the show next week to give our little D lineman some love.
Well, good. I call his name out a lot on home games on Friday nights. He does a good job controlling the middle of the field on defensively. So we got some highlights today of the Addison-Winston County game. We'll show those to you now. And see a victory over the Addison Bulldogs. Kids played well, coaches well prepared, and made our school and community proud. Coach, let's talk about the Curry Yellow Jackets. Homecoming week, always a lot of festivities going on. I don't see you Throwback Thursday outfit for today. No, but and I know a lot of that's fun for the students, but Friday night gets down to business. And So let's talk a little bit about them. What have you seen on film that they do well and things you're trying to be prepared for?
You know, they got a new coach, and then he's come in and he's got some life in the program, and we've seen them play in a 4A region that's really, really tough, one of the best ones in the state. They're slowly getting better, and that coach has got them believing in playing football again. And I just told our guys we got to play our best football game to beat them. Last year it was 8-0, I think, going into half. They had played our butts off the whole first half, and I just tell our guys we're not a good enough football team to take anything for granted. We got to play every down to get what we get, and I look forward to a good homecoming and a good game from Curry. I hope our fans come out and support our guys and come to homecoming.
Was everybody pretty well healthy? I noticed last week Landon Kelly was back, and a few other players were back. Everybody pretty well healthy this week.
We pretty much got most everybody back from COVID, and then we lost some guys off special teams and stuff to COVID. We finally got all our coaches back from COVID, and we've just been battling it day by day, practice by practice, and nobody knows who's going to get it, who don't. So we just look at it at that point as we trying to enjoy every practice and every play and every game. You don't know when it might be your last one with all this COVID stuff.
Well, we talked about, I think a couple of weeks ago, you could come to practice and all of a sudden you're out 2 weeks because of protocols and the social distancing and quarantines and things. And so get to the halfway point of the season. This will be in the 5th game. So tell us how you feel about your team at the midway point of the season.
Well, we're starting to find our identity. When you lose guys like Brooks Bonds and Kane Moon and Austin Owens that had been with you and starting for 3 years, then you have other guys that have to step up. We're trying to find our identity, and I think we finally found our identity, what we hang our hat on, what's our strong suits, what we got to work on. And our guys have been really pumped up this week. We've had a great week of practice, and I'm glad to see that as a coach in midway of the season, they still want to practice, they still want to get after it, and that's important going in the second half because we're 1-1 in the region, and we kind of control whether we go to playoffs or not. Yeah. So, our guys knows what's on the table, and we got Eli Edgel that played a great game last week. He'll be up, and you'll be talking to him in a minute, and we're just glad for people come out and support us and where we at. We look forward to going out and playing against Curry tomorrow night and coming out with a W.
Hopefully get to 3-2.
Yeah, hopefully that's our goal.
Finish the first half of the season above 500, 4-2 unofficially with your jamboree. Yeah. That would be an excellent to get that second half of the season. Pretty much playoff games the rest of the way.
Pretty much.
And we'll look forward to watching Winston County on homecoming at Malcolm Blake Stadium. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Come support the Jackets. Next, we're going to have a player interview with Eli Edgel. Looking forward to catching up with him and talk about the season so far. That he's been able to have an excellent year so far statistically and provide leadership on the team, and we'll get with him in just a few minutes. This week our player interview is with Eli Edgel. Eli, good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Having a great season so far.
Yes, sir.
And it's been fun to watch you play. Wanted to mention the first play of the season, official. I know we had the jamboree against Lynn. There I am in the press box. I see you across the field and see Rocker roll out, touchdown. First play of the season. That's a great way to get your season started, by the way.
It is.
Yeah, tell me about that play.
It was a Fiat route. It was just out in the flats. I mean, we knew it was going to be wide open as soon as we caught it. So, because on film they wasn't covering the flats, so I mean, just threw it and it was there.
Got there, green grass the rest of the way.
It was, yes, sir.
Man, what a great way. The stadium was going crazy, and we hope to see more of that this Friday night. We've talked a lot about the offense. We've had offensive players. We did have Ethan Owens as a linebacker. We've talked a lot, but more so about things we've done offensively. Let's talk about the defense. You're having a great year defensively. I call your name out a lot on Friday nights, home games. Tell me about your defense a little bit and kind of your guys' mentality when y'all going into a game.
Well, our defense I think it's been the best. It's been a while. We stopped the run. We're having trouble on the pass, but we're working on it. And but our defense is we hustle the ball. We all get around.
It's good leadership.
Right. Yes,
good leadership. At every level, the front, and then linebackers on the backside, which you were more on the backside of things. So let me ask you this: so you play both sides of the ball?
Yes, sir.
Which would you rather play if you had to choose?
Probably defense.
Defense is fun, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Because you get to light people up on defense.
You do.
That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
And so when it comes to defense, you got to have a nose for football, and you do. And so I know it's fun to watch you play on Friday night. So I'm going to ask you one question not related to football. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I asked this one a few weeks ago and got a surprised answer. I'm not going to lie to you, I was surprised by the answer. If you could have one pregame meal, you could pick it for the whole team, what would it be?
Oh,
That's a tough question. Rocker
really
with
is.
Arby's. I did not see that coming.
well, I mean, we do eat Chick-fil-A almost every game, just about.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A.
Can't go wrong with
It would
Chick-fil-A.
probably Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, that's right.
It is.
There you go. You can't go wrong with some Polynesian sauce and
Right.
some chips and some Gatorade. So nobody's going steak or anything. You know, I was kind of surprised the answers I've gotten so far.
Yeah, I feel like a steak would weigh you down a little bit. I mean,
Yeah. I should tell you a story about the time a pregame fed us spaghetti.
Oh,
maybe
goodness.
off the air. We don't want to gross people out.
Right.
Anyway, all right, man. Well, Eli, it's good to catch up with you. Your luck this week in homecoming game against Curry. The Jackets will kick off at 7 p.m. from Malcolm Blake Stadium. Come support Winston County.